Oh, it's raining.
Okay, well, you don't see this every day. Hello, welcome to the Trans Nation Formula One World Championship, final round of the championship F2 category. I'm Brett Keenan. Joining commentary today is Axel Eriksson, better known as Xeri. And yeah, this is not something you see every day. Rain falling down on the pit straight. It's raining for the first time ever that I've seen in my time as a Formula One race driver around Abu Dhabi, except for the Young Driver Academy time back in 2013. But so Axel, welcome to the commentary booth. This is quite unprecedented.
Yeah, this is not expected at all. I don't think anyone has practiced for the rain, because I mean it's in the middle of the desert, so it doesn't rain often. But this is going to be interesting to see who's got the pace in the rain.
So we have the list of the PSN names for the category for F2, but we are actually going to run the real names of the drivers in preparation for season 2018 ahead. So we're currently watching Big Mike 46385. You'll come to know him as Michael Poland. So Michael Poland in the Williams for his last race of the season before taking over completely. So around him we have the Sauber of, it looked like, who was in that singer actually? I think it was
Banana Josh.
It was Banana Josh, who we know now as Joshua Law. And I think Josh actually put his car into the wall coming out of pit entry. Well, pit exit, and I think he's got a bit of broken front wing, just from what I think he actually might do. So that's already bad news there. It just looks so
Great start.
It just looks so strange seeing rain in this condition. So now we're also riding on board here with XNZ Pro. We know him better as Mason Ward. He also just not long raced in the F1 category, didn't do particularly well, ended up out of the race quite early in the piece. Now we're riding with Beardy. We know him as Ludwig Sal. I did pronounce that right, didn't I?
Sel. That's the right way.
Okay,
Sel.
And then here is Pedro Alves, or PMNA. I think his name kind of speaks for itself. Now we're going to...
Big Mike has gone into the wall and he's got front wing damage.
That looks about...
Sector 3.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. But with the weather as it is, it doesn't surprise me. So here's Naomi 92, who will be crowned our GP3 champion today. He's known as Stefan Nauenberger, although we've had conversations with him in the past where his name has been involved. Plebs in the Renault for F2. He will be in the F2 category for next season, sharing the number with Pedro. His full name is Matthew Plevy, so we'll see him in the F2 season, maybe in F1 if he gets his act together. Infinite March 96 in the Red Bull. March Trisandi, the Indonesian driver, taking part in the Red Bull's hopes to try and snag the Constructors' Championship out of Force India's hands, who is actually racing in the Toro Rosso car. And another car's gone off again.
It's PMNA. Same place as Big Mike.
So Axel's just going to focus on saying the PSN while I work on the real name. So Ian Betts here in the Mercedes. He is Cameron Betts, brother to Betts 715, Bradley Betts. Jordan Dittmer 711, better known as actually Jordan Dittmer, so one of the few drivers to use his actual name as his PSN. And then John Lindberg, or John Polainen, who was meant to race in the F1 today, but we put him behind and now he's going to be racing in F2. And he'll be kind of glad that it's raining, because it means, because he's not allowed to qualify as per the rule of F1 is going into F2. He'll be glad he doesn't have to qualify.
But he's going into the pits. I don't know if he has completed a lap or not.
No,
doesn't look like that.
Under the rules of the F1 and the F2 racing is that F1 drivers aren't permitted to qualify. So John Polainen accepted that, and he's going to start at the back in this 11 car grid. Now, I don't know what. I wonder if I'll just check the team radio phone rather than computer to save damaging my thing. See.
Banana Josh is about to finish his lap here.
So apparently it's only raining for qualifying, so that's going to be a lot of people calling BS on the situation, but it's not completely out of the ordinary. I mean, Abu Dhabi, yes, it's in a desert, but it's not exactly high stakes. So anyway, we're just going to see drivers now start to set some times. I think, yep, so Cleves takes the first time on a 54 flat. XNZ Pro does a 55 flat as well, very marginally. Well, about a second off the pace. Beatty does a 55-1. And now I'm starting to miscommunicate myself as well, so sorry. So Matthew Clevey on top from Mason Ward, then Ludwig Sal. That'll take a little bit of adjusting to a special Ludwig's name. So,
I mean, you got it now, Ludwig Sal. You got it.
okay, well, that's good. So here's Joshua Law. I thought he would have set a time, but it looks like he must have had an invalidated time. Here comes Pedro Alves, still P5.
Oh.
Very close to clipping.
Very close.
Okay, I had a few moments of that in my race too, just pushing the limits a little bit. So Michael Poland's still in the pits. Stefan Numberger is going to come through the last series. It's definitely not going to be the quickest time out there, but he is champion, so he doesn't really need to push too hard. But it is a battle for constructors. He does a 58-3. So.
And George has just won Sector 3. Or Joshua, as his name is.
So John Lindbergh has retired his car, so he'll get, although all drivers will get a free choice of tyres for the start of this race. So here's Jordan Dittmer coming around the third sector, currently looking reasonably paced actually. It's not too bad, but it's like you say, a lot of drivers would have been doing all their practice on dry times, dry tracks, and not expecting another incident. Oh, it's Cameron Betts. So Cameron Betts has had a big moment coming into the fast right-hander that leads into the hotel section. So that's quite a dangerous spot to lose it.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to be struggling at that spot.
And Jordan Dittmer actually has now gone ahead of his own teammate again with a 56.6. Very close to Mark Trisande time. Now Ludwig's gone up to P2 with a 54.1, so he's only a tenth now off Matthew Clevey, who's going to come around and do another lap. This one's only a 2:07.3, so he's well off the pace on this run. Cameron Betts has crossed the line with a 2-minute flat, so not the greatest of times for the British driver. Now someone's just coming out of pit lane. I think it is Pedro. It is Pedro, so he's just going to be careful there. In fact, yeah, Cameron did exactly what I did when coming out, trying to funnel my way past Rupert Tretch, or we known as Krzysztof Kaplinski. He came out of the pit lane, unsettled my car, and I ended up in a spin. So, what have you got on your
This is looking pretty exciting actually, because like Jump Line, he's starting last, and he's one of the quickest people in this field. So it's going to be interesting to see him go through the field, and maybe he can challenge. I don't think he can challenge for the win, but maybe a podium is possible. But you have to get a clean start.
Just as you were talking about that, Stefan Numberger now has gone up to P3 with a 54.2. So his first fly didn't seem to be quite on pace, but this time it looks like he's onto it now. Mason Ward's having to negotiate through Ludwig Sal, so Ludwig just looking to find some space to get rolling. He's going to be in Cleves.
Looks like he's paused.
Yeah, it looked like he was just getting he might. Ooh, that was a bit dangerous. But I suppose.
Yeah, Cleves is not going to be happy with that.
Well, in saying that, I don't think Ludwig had really much else to go, and he looks like he must be out of fuel. He is out of fuel, so that's why he's crawling. So. Going to be next. Mason Ward reports his lap. Matthew Clevey is about to report his lap, so he's coming in. 3 minutes left on the clock, and Ludwig has ended the session. I suppose he didn't think he was going to get back in time. And Cameron Betts is also withdrawn. So the one driver I thought would be a bit further up the field hasn't really shown his hand just yet is Pedro Alves in P9, so...
He hasn't even set the lap, I think.
I mean, the way he's driving at the moment, it would be a surprise, because he is looks like he would be aborting, invalidating his lap. Stefan Naumberger on the ragged edge. There's a constant yellow in Sector 1, and I think it might be because of Cameron Betts' car tracking a lot.
Actually, Pedro has not set a lap. This is his first flying lap actually, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can put a good lap in.
Well, here comes Michael Poland anyway. He's going to come around the last bend. He still hasn't set a lap yet, so this could put him somewhere. It's going to be a 2 minutes point 4, which does put him into P9. And I just noticed too, Joshua Law hasn't actually put in a lap either, so the driver second in the championships not really making much headway at the moment. Now, in the battle for the constructors, it's advantage Red Bull at the moment, although they are split in the middle, sandwiched between the two. We say Toro Rosso, but they are two drivers of Stefan Nürnberger and Jordan Dimmer are scoring their points for Force India. So that will sound a bit confusing, but it will come to light later. So Pedro is now coming through the hotel section. Looks like quite a slow lap actually from the look of it. I don't know whether that's because he's pacing himself or he knows this is invalidated and he's just readying himself up for the next approach. But I'm saying that, it's just because it's wet, it
Could be that. Probably a combination.
It's still a 56 flat, which puts him ahead of Jordan Dittmer by 6/10 of a second.
Still 2 seconds off pole though.
I think it's just because of the way the weather's going. It's just there's just no point in pushing too hard to try and get the position. So Matthew Clevey now aborts his lap, and March Trisandi is going for it. Mason Ward, I don't think is actually going to make it for a lap. He's got 33 seconds to try and get around, but I don't think he's far. I think he's too far away. So March, I think March is on a flying lap anyway. So this could be the last lap for both drivers. Though for March, it's already reasonably off the pace anyway, so he's not going to go for another one. So March aborts his lap. Mason Ward's going to come around the last few six corners to try and do something about the top times up front.
Big Mac improves.
Another 58.8. And Mason goes
Only
up.
one position.
Oh my goodness me, Mason has just set the exact same time as his teammate, a 54.363. This could create a latency issue on the grid, I'm sure, but we haven't seen this happen before.
Oh, look at that.
Banana Josh to the top on intermediate tyres.
Joshua Adolf.
No, Joshua Law.
Joshua Law.
Joshua Adolf is going Z28, who no longer is a part of the team.
Okay.
But either way, so Banana Josh takes it with a 53.8.
That's very impressive actually. And only PMNA left. Oh, PMNA has spotted it. He's in the wall. Oh, that was it.
Well, that puts an end to qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and the wet one in that. So it's an all-Australian front row with Joshua Law in front of Matthew Clevey. Ludwig Sell takes a third place from Stefan Nürnberger. March Trisandi, Mason Ward, Pedro Alves, Jordan Dittmer, Michael Poland, Cameron Betts and John Lindberg, who didn't see the time, will make up the rear. So all in all, it looks like it's been a really good qualifying. We don't expect to see any rain in the race, but anything's a possibility when it comes to it. So for the time being, we'll just see how it all plays out. But it's looking good.
Actually, Mason was only at 1,000 of a second of March. They didn't do the exact same time.
Okay.
1,000 of a second between them.